the 7th of August, Rotterdam, the largest port in Europe and often referred to as the gateway to Europe, hosted the historic opening ceremony of the European Para Championships 2023. The sold-out arena at Rotterdam Ahoy witnessed mesmerizing performances by pop stars Davina Michel and Victoria Modesta, along with captivating dance acts and welcoming speeches. The event was watched by a large audience, including athletes, coaches and officials. Additionally, the opening ceremony was graced by the presence of International Paralympic Committee President Andrew Parsons and Dutch Sports Minister Connie Helder. Tournament director Jeroen Straathof expressed his excitement and pride at this remarkable event.
In the next 13 days, each sport, each athlete, each team has the opportunity to show the best of themselves and to show Europe how fantastic these sports are.
The first day of competition in Rotterdam starts with competitions in 3 different sports: Boccia, Para Judo and wheelchair tennis. At the Ahoy Hall, the Boccia players were the first to begin.
Boccia explained. Boccia is a strategic ball sport for athletes with various motor impairments. Athletes throw coloured balls as close as possible to a white target ball, the jack, a bit like pétanque. Here, players are divided into classes depending on how they can play the ball, or their physical abilities. Each individual or pair throws 4 ends of 6 balls. Team matches consist of 6 rounds. Each ball closer to the jack than the opposing team scores a point. The one with the most points is the winner.
Boccia has united 101 participants from 23 diverse countries. Over the past 2 decades at European Championships, Portugal, Great Britain and Spain have consistently earned the most medals. On day 1, individual games were played on 8 courts across all 4 categories. In the BC2 category, Rastislav Kurilak played his opening game against Aurélien Fabre.
This moment, the precious moment here, trying to say to the ball, please go to there. Wow, fantastic. The kiss,
maybe
the
I
kiss
should kiss my balls also.
Yes, what a great ball here from Aurélien. Try now. Woo! Got the ball.
As a player, I would like to know if I had the 2 points already.
And this, he saw the gap there. Try to do the same.
Yeah.
Okay, 2-0 for Red. The final score of the match. 4 for Rastislav, 1 for Aurélien Fabre.
Opponent played very well. First match is always difficult.
During the second round, a match between German Boris Nikolai and Barus Mirzaev took place, featuring some remarkable highlight shots.
What a great ball.
Yeah, because you know Boris can do this.
Yep.
Maybe 200 guys are thinking, this is really
super
nice.
ball.
Yes, we like that.
Super ball here. Boris Nikolai creating the situation that he wants. And now we have the all space to score more points. What a play here. Yeah, I think he is happy with the throw.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Up. Yeah.
And that is the shot that we're talking about. And now we will try to.
And this is so great of you.
But maybe he's afraid to push the blue ball.
Yeah.
And now plays with more secure.
Maybe he has 4 points.
Yeah. Well. Boris playing high level here. This is one of the biggest gaps that we saw here during the day.
Boccia individual games are set to continue tomorrow, promising more thrilling action and competition for playoff spots. Wheelchair tennis started with 28 games across 4 courts in 5 different categories.
Wheelchair tennis explained. Wheelchair tennis is one of the most accessible sports during EPC 2023. The only playing rule that distinguishes it from Olympic tennis, the ball is allowed to bounce twice, the last of which may be outside the playing area. Athletes are divided into two categories. The open class is for athletes with permanent disabilities of one or both legs, but without impaired arm function. And the quad class is for athletes with additional impairments in the playing arm, altering the ability to handle the racket and maneuver the wheelchair.
In the quad single category, a thrilling first match took place between Ile Kayot and Marcus Laudan.
So Shout has his serve broken. Lengthy rally, one particular stroke. Shout was testing the height of the roof because I'm sure the shot came down from above the lights here. Must have been very difficult for Loudon to pick up, but he dealt with it. He's broken the Shout serve. And again, plenty of encouragement for Loudon as he breaks the serve of Shout for the second time to go up a double break, leading 4 games to love. So that is it.
German player Marcus Laudan emerged victorious with a score of 6-0 and 6-3 against his opponent from Israel, Ile Kayot. Perhaps the biggest star of the game, Deirdre de Groot, who currently holds the world #1 ranking in both singles and doubles, joined in with the early action. The local star is an exceptional athlete with an impressive record of 36 major championships, comprising 19 singles titles and 17 doubles titles. De Groot has been on a remarkable winning streak in singles, with her most recent defeat occurring as far back as February 2021.
Struggling to find her rhythm here in this opening game of the first set.
Out. Game ticking.
And it's a break. Not enough from the world #1.
And one edge ticking.
Getting it too close to Zikri, who just rips that ball into the space.
Game, Birgott.
And she's done it. She's managed to clinch that
Birgott
game,
leads
hold
5
on
games
to
to
her
2.
serve.
Game and first set, Birgott. 6 games to 2.
It's a strong way for de Groot to clinch that first set. There it is.
Set a match, Birgott.
Incredible way to finish that
2
match.
sets to love,
Volley
6-2,
into the
6-2.
space.
The world #1 continued her dominant performance by defeating Israeli tennis player Mayan Zikri 6-2, 6-2. The match in the men's singles between Marek Gergely and Sven Maritic demonstrated how fast and agile wheelchair players can be.
Longest rally of the match. Well, beyond the baseline, and a cry of encouragement audible from the top of the screen.
Maybe a bit of nerves setting in.
Game first set, Marek Gergely.
Oh, what a flashing cross-court backhand. Absolutely incredible from Gergely. So the ball just out, which means that at the first opportunity, Marek Gergely closes out this first round encounter. He goes through to the round of 16.
Tomorrow's wheelchair tennis promises an enthralling continuation with games across all categories. The first medals have been contested in the Para Judo competition.
Para Judo explained. Para Judo is judo for visually impaired athletes. Contenders must grasp and hold on to each other's suit at all times. They compete in weight classes and in different vision level categories. A match lasting up to 4 minutes can be won with 1 ippon, or 2 waza-ari, or lost by 3 penalties. In a tie, the golden score settles the match. Any score or the third penalty concludes it.
One particularly thrilling showdown to watch in the women's finals is the intense battle between Ukrainian athlete Ina Sik and Turkish contender Zeynep Çelik in the category under 57 kilos J2.
Çelik, as you see on the red back patch, she's the current world champion. She's also the current European champion. And Sik here is a former Paralympic and world champion. So good first attempt coming from Sik, but then right away Çelik wanted to take that over on the waza. So this is a J2 I classification category, which means they're less visual impaired than the J1 category. So the referee will also help them a little bit less than the other category. And that's beautifully done. And this is a really important win for Ina Sik here, taking a gold medal and for the first time beating Zeynep Çelik. And it looks like she's really back from being absent for a while and coming back into shape. But what a technique coming from Ina Sik. And she picks up a gold medal and she can call herself a European champion again. It's Luis Gavilan Lorenzo from Spain in white judogi, who's the #1 seed, and he's facing David Korava of Ukraine in blue. And honestly, for me, Gavilan has some more points because he has had some more competitions, but Korava is the current world and European champion. So for me, he kind of is the favorite, although he's the #2 seed. So he had a period then he was struggling a bit more, but since I think the last European Championships where he beat everyone in style, he really is back on top. So both athletes know each other. They will take the time to get a good grip and to find some space for an attack. As you see, the higher the level gets, sometimes the more complicated the judo gets as well. Because they know each other's moves, they know what's coming, they know well how to defend on that. So it's really hard to get a score between these two. So Korava is getting a penalty. That's just because there's a bit of a difference in activity. So Gavilan is just a bit more active, although it's not a big difference, but there is a difference seen by the referee. So that means the first penalty is on the board for Korava. First nice attempt. Actually, the first one came from Gavilan Lorenzo, but Korava took that over with a bit of good attack there. So half the contest time gone and still no scores on the board. Not too surprised by that because they know each other. But of course we're hoping to see some good action during the second half of this contest. Korava is also quite a complete athlete. He has great ashiwaza or footwork. You can see that, you can see a glimpse of that. He's a great feeling for judo. I think that's what Gavilan needs to do there, just trying to go far over the top of Korava and really use his height and length to reach over the top and come in with a one-sided technique. So I think that was a really good work from him there. I think he felt that also, but this was not the best ending, so he took a risk here. I don't think he ended up that well. So he came in too soon for that technique, not strong enough, and it was a really easy takeover from Korava. And you cannot do that with an athlete that's so experienced, so he will catch you on the ground then, and that's exactly what's happening here. So we might see a replay of that happening. So you saw the beginning of the attack from Gavilan was quite strong. So going over that left side, I think that's a smart tactic. But then he followed up by, well, I'm not sure if he was trying to do a sutami, so another technique. But it was not the best choice of Gavilan, and a really good win for Korava.
A captivating final also unfolded in the men's under 73 kilo J2 category, featuring an impressive clash between Georgi Kaldani and Namig Abbasli.
So, what a final, last final we have here before the medal ceremony starts. And these are two people that can throw. It's Namig Abbasli of Azerbaijan. He's the #1 seed here today. Took a bronze medal in the Paralympic Games of Tokyo in the under 66 kilogram category, but after that moved up, already won a bronze medal in the World Championships of Baku. And then we have Georgi Kaldani, one of the best athletes of this category. He didn't win so many big medals yet, but he is the current European champion, so he's defending his title here today. And he's a really strong athlete, one of the strongest ones. So Kaldani is a big thrower, and Abbasli is not the biggest thrower, but he has really good low adjusted kagerumas. And he's so clever with those. This was an example, but he was not having a good grip here. Oh, that was so nicely done. Just not in a perfect position here, Kaldani, but great attempt here in the opening seconds of this gold medal contest. That was actually a good takeover from Kaldani. So no scores as it was decided that it was already on the ground, on groundwork, so you cannot score any point from a newaza from a standing technique. So a first penalty here on the board for Kaldani, just being a little bit less active than his opponent. So getting a penalty here or a little warning for being too passive. And a nice right-sided Uchimata. It's interesting because for me, Kaldani looked like the one that was more dangerous, at least in the first 2 minutes, but he's the one that got a penalty. So both searching for an attack. Ooh, and that was almost a really good position, but Abasli this time comes in with the technique. That was really nicely done. Good attempt coming from Abasli. Not enough for a score, but I think that was the best attempt during this contest. And it's interesting to see because Kaldani really wants to get on that left side, and I feel like he has the strength and ability to really throw over his opponent, but he's taking too long to come on with the technique. And in the meantime, Abasli keeps attacking, and well, this is causing a second judo on the board, or second penalty for Kaldani already. So I'm wondering, because Kaldani needs to come up with something quite soon, but he's struggling with Abasli here. Oh, that was another great effort from Kaldani. So once he's coming in for an attack, it's a good one. Just taking a bit too long during this contest. That's why he has 2 penalties on the board. Ooh, that was interesting to watch. I think the supervisors will definitely try to watch that again and see who will take that score, that there was or not enough control or they both went to their side. So there was not really a clear separation between these 2 athletes. And I think that's the best decision they can make here. So basically any score or any third penalty will conclude the contest. So you see the time now, instead of going down, it's going up. That means that there's no limit. They continue as long as they want, but Kaldani needed only 14 seconds to throw over his opponent.
I am very happy now. It was very difficult final.
The first day provided plenty of thrilling para judo battles, which led Ukraine to 5 medals overall, including 3 golds. There were 66 boccia games played across all 4 individual categories, and most of the favourites in wheelchair tennis emerged victorious. Tomorrow we will see games in boccia for playoff spots. Wheelchair tennis will advance to the more crucial stages, while para judo will feature the next set of medal events.
Is rising, this is all I want, and no one's ever taken me down. No one's ever taken me down.